right? I gave a good example of doing two calls and one put. So basically a bullish straddle or strangle in options. Now, one of the worst case scenarios is we don't get a huge pop up or a pop down. And we were still able to profit off of this because we just used the levels from TraderDaddy Pro mostly, and we're pretty used to just seeing the market if it opens sideways or down and sideways. We wait for that drop in the morning, and then at some point, once it starts to get a little bit of support, it'll start to come back. Just to kind of show you how to sell off at the end of the day here, as you could see. But in the morning, this is the drop I was talking about, right? So this drop in this first 5 minute candle at some point right around here, this candle um, was had enough strength in it. Also, I saw on the levels that 743, which was like right around here, it was getting over that. And there was a bigger wall, I think at 745 and 747. And I was like, I think we're just going to hit those because 742 was a huge support at those GEX levels also. So it was really good to, be able to use that in more of a swing trading type of thing. But I also needed to sell those that put quickly because it was technically a same day. Although I held it overnight, it was just for this purpose of it going down. So was able to get out of that with about it was like 170% profit or something for one out of the money put. And then I kept the SPY calls as they came back throughout the day. At some point around 11:30, I took them out because 749 ended up being a huge level. Just want to look at those levels on SPY with you real quick. So go to Research, Ticker Lab, SPY. So the level I was looking at was 747, right? And it was the purple line this morning was at 749. 760 is all the way up here. You'd see it. Okay. So going back to this, 749 was right here. So it wasn't really that big of a deal to figure, look, that's where the purple line was. That's the bar I was looking at. If you go back again, you're going to see that 749 was one of these big candles. One of these big green candles was the 749. Um, it was a huge bar. I put it in my Instagram story today because it was so large. It was one of the largest ones I ever saw. So I knew that it was going to be hard for SPY to just go right through that. It might work its way through that, but it tried once, it tried twice. So even though my calls were expiring tomorrow, I still wanted to take them out somewhere around break even because well, the first one I sold, it was coming up over here. The second runner was at break even. But overall, the strangle still worked on a sideways day. So usually it would work out a lot better if they went straight up or straight down a lot. But even on a sideways day, it could still work, right? It was still about $125 of profit just for buying two calls for 2 days out and one put 1 day out. And so just by having them bounce off of levels, you already put them in the day before.